Good evening, everyone. In here, I will explain number 9 and 10 from group 2. I already translated into English, and number 9 is environmental law management. Is an effort to encourage the people, businessmen or activities, local governments, and district or city governments to follow the laws and regulation in the fields of EPLH. And number 10 is environmental law enforcement is an effort to achieve obedience to environmental law through supervision and penalty implementation. There are some words that have a reason why I choose them for English version. First is I choose in number 9, I choose in words environmental law management, I choose management because it is more suitable for penataan word. If you searching on the dictionary, management means that the process of dealing with or controlling things. So the focus is controlling things. For this word, and the meaning of the law itself is to organize something or society to be well structured. So I think it is more suitable for to use this management word. And next is there are businessmen or activities from pelaku usaha atau kegiatan. In number 9, I choose businessman for transferring pelaku usaha. Why? Because I was wondering, it is the same as an entrepreneur or not? When I search these words, pelaku usaha and entrepreneur, they do have differences. Pelaku usaha is more like businessman definition. It means that it is a market player, whereas the entrepreneur is a market leader. So businessman only runs the businesses and follow the trends, while entrepreneurs are people who create something and always create ways to find new opportunities. That's why it calls a market leader. And number 10, you can see that penegakan hukum lingkungan, environmental law enforcement. I think it is clear why I choose enforcement for penegakan, because the dictionary said so. So I choose enforcement. And the last is if you could see that the last one is melalui pengawasan dan penerapan sanksi. Penerapan sanksi I translated into penalty implementation. Before penalty implementation, I wrote the implementation of penalty, and I changed into this one. The new one is penalty implementation. The reason is I think it is more effective if it's translated that way. So I choose to remove, not remove, but to change the word position. Penalty implementation, I choose that. So that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. The next one will be explained by my friends. Good evening.
Hello everyone, my name is Archangela Faustiana. You can call me Tiana, and I am from Translation Class D. Now, I would like to present to you the translation of Indonesia to English of the environmental law number 11 and 12. The first one, number 11, the Indonesian version is hukum lingkungan adalah serangkaian norma yang mengatur kesatuan ruang dengan semua benda, daya, keadaan, dan makhluk hidup termasuk manusia dan perilaku yang mempengaruhi kelangsungan peri kehidupan dan kesejahteraan manusia serta makhluk hidup lain. You can see on the picture right here. I am translated the number 11 into the version of environmental law is a series of norms that govern the unity of speech with all objects, force, conditions, and living things, including humans and their behavior that affect the continuity of life and the welfare of humans and other living things. But as you can see, I revised the English version translation in number 11, which is the word govern and the word welfare. I think the most suitable word that will translate the message of norma yang mengatur will be presented well with organize, and the word of kesejahteraan will be presented well in English using the word prosperity. Therefore, I revise the English version translation in number 11 into environmental law is a series of norms that organize the unity of space with all objects, force, condition, and living things, including humans, and their behavior that affect the continuity of life and the prosperity of humans and other living things. The use of organize and prosperity is more suitable to deliver the message from Indonesian version into English version. Now we are moving into the number 12. The Indonesian version of number 12 is pembangunan berkelanjutan adalah upaya sadar dan terencana yang memadukan aspek lingkungan hidup, sosial, dan ekonomi ke dalam strategi pembangunan untuk menjamin keutuhan lingkungan hidup serta keselamatan, kemampuan, kesejahteraan, dan mutu generasi masa kini dan generasi masa depan. I translated that Indonesian version into English version that sound suitable development is a conscious and planned effort that integrates environmental, social, and economic aspects into a development strategy to guarantee the integrity of the environment as well as the safety, capability, welfare, and quality of life of present and future generation. The same case goes as well as the number 11. I changing the word welfare into prosperity because I feel that prosperity could deliver and is the right choice to describe the meaning of the search language, which is kesejahteraan. The message will be delivered more clearly into the target language, which is presented by the word prosperity. That's all from me. Thank you.
And next for the number 13 and 14, with the text Rencana Pelindungan dan Pengelolaan Lingkungan Hidup yang selanjutnya disingkat RPPLH adalah perencanaan tertulis yang memuat potensi masalah lingkungan hidup serta upaya pelindungan dan pengelolaannya dalam kurun waktu tertentu. Number 14, ekosistem adalah tatanan unsur lingkungan hidup yang merupakan kesatuan utuh menyeluruh dan saling mempengaruhi dalam membentuk keseimbangan, stabilitas, dan produktivitas lingkungan hidup. And this is the English translation. An environmental protection and management plan, hereinafter abbreviated as RPPLH, is a written plan that contains potential, environmental problems and effort to protect and manage them with a certain period of time. 14th, ecosystem is an arrangement of elements of the environment which constitute a complete unified whole and influence each other in forming environmental balance, stability, and productivity. And this is my revised translation. Environmental protections and management plan, which condenses as RPPLH, is a written plan that includes potential environmental problems and effort to protect and manage them within a certain period of time. And number 14, the ecosystem is an arrangement of elements of the environment which constitute a complete unified whole and influence each other in forming environmental balance, stability, and productivity. The reason of my revise because we need to remove a few words and then replace them with diction that have the same meaning to make it easier for reader to understand. And because this is government text, I use standard language and use consistent word. The first point is about one potential. So I changed it because what is mean here are several things. The second, the word hereinafter, this word is really used to people will understand better if I replace it with which. Next, which, because it's not which pronoun but that, so I replace it, and I replace it because the pronoun is not which but that. I think that's all from group 2. Thank you very much.